Hey guys, this is Faizan. Welcome to Computer Flex. This video is kind of awareness of human rights in terms of data, so let's talk about it. General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR is an European Union rule which has passed in order to ensure how EU citizens' data would be collected, shared and processed. It restricts organizations and companies to manage the flow of data with some users' intervention that what data is being used and where it is being shared. This law has thousands of amendments from a big organization to SMEs to follow EU GDPR in order to provide a view to its users that how and what data would be used by companies. An organization will tell EU citizens if they are going to use their name, email ID, address, mobile number and photograph. In addition, legislation also mandate organizations to tell user client citizens if they are going to use their location, IP address and political interest data. Now companies have to display an opt on their website or business portfolio in a simple language to EU customers to choose what data they want to share with companies. If you own a blog or website, you might have seen a message that European countries visitor needs to know that your blog or website uses cookies. If you are using other third-party cookies, you need to mention them as well. If you not comply the rule and delete this message, you will be responsible. If you have not seen the message or deleted it, you need to add a message on your website or blog that your site uses cookies. Otherwise, there would be some consequences as per regulations. Now, user can ask to be forgotten, means they can ask to delete their entire data from an organization, but it is conditional. User can also make requests to transfer data. Now the question is why it is necessary for non-European countries. Most of the countries have business with the European countries and those countries having and processing European citizens' data. Therefore, they have to follow the rule. If they do not comply EU GDPR rule, they will be penalized with 20 million euro or 4% of yearly turnover. This rule is in effect from 25th of May 2018. Another question, how this GDPR came in existence. Old rules were built for computers being used from 80s. When smartphone came in existence, they started gathering a lot of user information without their consent. And after Facebook and Google-like companies accused to collecting data for targeted advertisements. The European Union made rules and regulations to their citizens which are mandatory for all countries because European citizens have data all around the globe. You also might have data in European countries, so you must know about your rights, right? Now Facebook added an option on WhatsApp for users that they can download and see what data a company has about them. Just after the law has passed and came in existence, Facebook also added a rules and regulations page on Instagram related with GDPR. You just have to read that and agree. Other companies also working on it and restricting apps to collect users' data. Why this is a concern for non-European countries? Well, if you are outside European countries and has relation and business with European countries, you have to follow this regulation. Doesn't matter you are an Indian, English or any other. What do you have to do with this GDPR? If you are doing any sort of business and having European countries data, you must have to have the awareness about the amendments it has for an organization, even a startup. Once you got all the rules and regulations, you need to manage how data will flow and need to use security tools in order to protect that data from any sort of leak. You also need to mention on your website or business portfolio that your organization uses customers' data for mentioned purpose. If you don't comply GDPR regulation, you have to pay a big penalty. Most of the people are still not aware with GDPR, and if you deal with European countries, you must have the knowledge of GDPR. My motive was to aware you with this thing, and believe me, this sort of information is mandate for all of us because the rules will not be implemented only for EU citizens. Companies will implement these rules for all of us, as you have experienced the Google and other companies sending you emails and adding pop-up on their websites about GDPR. Time for tip. Never allow apps to access your personal information until and unless mandatory. So guys, that was it for the video. If you wanna be up to date with the things going on in the field of technology, don't be late to subscribe the channel. There is a lot has to come in your way. If you have already subscribed, then don't forget to press the bell icon. Also like, share and comment. Thanks guys for watching Computer Flex. See you soon.